Hey everybody, and welcome to Woodcrest Bonsai. So yesterday I was watching a video by Nigel Saunders of the Bonsai Zone, and he was pruning a big ficus. But he also showed some thimble pots, and I said to myself, I have some thimble pots. So today I'm going to feature my one and only thimble pot, Bonsai, that's actually still alive. And here he is. He's just tiny. There's my thumb, so, yeah, in the background is my collection of other pots. And I ordered 2 sets of 5 without even realizing how small these guys were. And then when I got them, I was like, oh my God. And I've lost 2, and I have no idea where they went. They're just gone. But I still have 8. And I think the 2 I lost were something more like this, because I've got 4 of these little round blue ones. And 2, I don't know, maybe what you'd call cascade. And then 1 white guy and 1 yellow guy, which is actually a little bit wider. Anyway, the tree in this pot here is a desert rose. And, a lot of purists say, well, desert rose is not really a bonsai, but they're fun to play with. So I guess I'll get these guys out of the way. And it's sort of got, and another thing, no soil whatsoever, 0 soil. But I've got some soil right here, some very, very fine mame soil. So my goal is, I'm actually going to wire these 2 branches down like this. And then prune all the tips. You notice it has no leaves, but it's still alive. It's got green. So the first thing to do is do the wiring. It doesn't really even need to be in the pot, I don't think. And I'm going to use the same piece of wire. So get that guy like that. And then bring this around like this. Into there. And just give them a little bit of a sweep down. Then I'm going to cut all the tips. And part of the reason that desert rose can survive in such a tiny little pot is because they're a succulent, so they're full of water. I have found, I tried to do other things. I tried to do some Premna and some other things, but I found that it wasn't necessarily culture that I was having problems with. It was more like conditions. So heavy rain could just blow all the soil out of the pot. I had a really cool little Premna that grew for a couple years, but it never really, it kept getting blown over and knocked out of the pot, and soil just pushed right out of the pot, and so it finally succumbed. But anyway, so now we're going to put it in some soil. So we're going to try to get the soil just all the way around the edges. I was going to bring a chopstick to push the soil down, but I guess I can just use the tip of my cutters. This is very, very fine soil. What goes through 1/8 of an inch but stays on 1/16 of an inch. Well, so there we go. Which is the front, that or that? I don't think it matters. And I've put it in the pot so the front is at an angle, so let's just twist it around. Easy enough to do. And then I'm going to give it a tiny touch of fertilizer, just a few little grains of fertilizer. And I'm going to try to get them down in too, so the next heavy rain just doesn't push them right out of the soil. Try to do a little more soil. Oh, come on. See, this is the problem. It's just they're so unstable. And you certainly can't put rocks on them. And it's virtually impossible to wire them into the pot. So there you go. It's I know this video is going to get the most views of anyone I've ever had. Yeah, okay. But I'm coming up on 400 subscribers, so I'd love to get 400 subscribers by Thursday. So if you're totally impressed with this tree, and it's only 3 inches high, please subscribe and then hit the notification bell. And I think in the spring I'm going to try to do some more cuttings, try some Premna again, and maybe, I don't know. It's tough to pick species because it's pretty hard to get something to grow in a pot this small. Maybe a few more desert rose. So thank you so much for watching. I'll keep you informed on how this guy is going. And we'll go from there. So please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment if you'd like. And we'll see what else we can do with getting some guys to grow in these other tiny little pots. I mean, one thing about putting stuff in these tiny pots is you're going to be using a tiny little cutting, so you haven't really invested a tremendous amount of time. So even if it like the Premna that I had that lived a couple of years, it was fun to play with, even though it didn't make it, long term. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.